was just looking at something old from a playlist. The Judas Life Coach playlist. It's called There's Gonna Come a Time. I don't know how it ends up, but I was watching it. Something old, something red, something cold from something dead. I was talking about the idea of a brain injury. I'm watching that and I thought, who of us hasn't had a brain injury? It was a friend of mine that went full-blown Catholic after a brain injury. Not because he saw the light, but because his sister and his mother were the ones that brought him back. After 6 months in a coma. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. And I said, I do all that. When I talked to him the first time after I found out he was all fucked up. I didn't even know he was all fucked up when I talked to him that first time. And I was like, who the fuck is this? I had to ask him his full name. But thereafter that, as I'm watching that, I'm like, who among us hasn't had a brain injury? We're born with a brain injury. It's only 10 centimeters. What's that? 4 inches. 10 centimeters is either less or more than 4 inches. I'm not going to think about it too much right now. It's 2.54 centimeters to the inch. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's less than 4 inches that thing gets out, and you're like, I got to get my head through this. I didn't even get a good look. I can't see shit. My God, bright lights, big city, and a fucking cop, whack! Fucking cry, motherfucker! Masked guy with bright lights. And now they're all in masks. You squeeze your head through that. You know why that is? Because we've reached the final fucking place of transition. From here, we're finally smart enough to know that when we die, it's over. Oh yeah, sure, we might be energy and we are stardust and everything. We're in the worms that are eating us, and the fucking birds are eating the worms, and sure, we're part of their makeup, but I doubt those birds really fly around thinking, tomate la puta cerveza. I would like to be part of a bird like that. But we're coming into the place of that last transition, if they look at it that way. And we come in, our brains are squeezed shut, and we're like, I'm trying to remember everything from last time, and it's just like, you come in with your brain squeezed and trying to recover from that, and then you got these people over here going, hey, tomate, este bebida es para usted también. And you forget who you are, and you become who they want you to be made into. That's what we have until we can get out of here. And that would support the idea of instinct. How is it all these animals know what the hell they're doing? How is it that when a cowbird comes and fucking dumps its egg in another bird's nest, and that cowbird baby comes out and pushes another one out, and this fucking foster mother and father, they're fucking feeding this thing, they're going, I don't know where it came from, it doesn't look like the other two at all. You been fucking with me? You been fucking around? That's the idea. And then the cowbird gets up and flies out, and it goes and does the same thing. Why? Because they haven't made it to the next stage yet. They haven't. But they come in knowing what they knew because they were protected when they were born by a shell. Little blastocyst in there going, oh, yeah, big fucking egg full of albumin and shit that growing babies need, you know? And they grow up, their genetics are set up to where they get to go wherever they want and do what they want. If only they were smart enough. But they're not. They're living off the last path. So if we want to look at, karma and reincarnation, karma, Tibetan Book of the Dead, don't go into the green light or something. I have to read it again. They've got no problem continuing and knowing how to be. But then we evidently did a good job the last time. There's no room for us in that damn society anymore because we're causing problems now. And you've reached enlightenment. And you're sitting there, we're born as humans, coming in with brain damage and getting fucking ideas forced down our throats. That's the idea of it. If you can get behind the bullshit, beyond it, around it, in front of it, fucking get a friend of yours. Have him stand there like that. I saw somebody on his hands and knees the other day doing something behind somebody, and I just felt this urge to go, Gah! You kick the fucker over the hands and knees, Is that all we're getting? I don't know. Every one of us has had brain damage at least once. ¿Dónde está los baños? Tómate la puta cerveza y nos vamos, cabrón. 3 to 7, 12 times. The way I see it. The more you beat your brain up, the closer you are to falling in line. Really, the truth of all this, as I was saying, is if you've been here enough, you'll see the lies. And maybe it could be time for us just to move on.